Hello and welcome back. Once again, I'm Samus. If you're watching at the Twitch channel live, twitch.tv/SamusGrobo, good morning. And if you are watching delayed on YouTube at youtube.com/SamusGrobo, I also wish you a good morning. So we spent a little bit of time off camera trying to straighten things out. When we last left, I didn't like this system of how we had things kind of set up for grinding and sorting. And guess what? I still don't like it. I feel like there's a point where you kind of hit a critical mass and you want to be doing a couple of things at the same time. And I'm not there with the critical mass. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to steal a couple of things. And I'm going to basically enlarge this grinding station just a little bit bigger. And again, I'm not real pleased with how it's set up. That's wrong. But it's what I got. Also, we are now big enough that we're pretty much constantly under attack. So we're going to have to deal with the bugs menace pretty soon. So we're going to have to take care of that this go around. What did we actually lose? Looks like we lost a sniper turret. So if we look at things, we've got this bug base being touched, this bug base being touched. We got a couple right here. So like we are definitely gonna have to go around and murder some bugs, and we'll be doing that probably for the most of this stream, but for a video. But I want to definitely show things off. So basically, we have our big warehouse input, and the biggest problem is right now is I didn't leave enough room to grow and expand. So basically, we have our big warehouse input. Everything comes into these smaller storehouses, gets grinded, turns around, comes back in. We have a limit of how much raw material we're going to stick in here, and which ideally someday down the road there'll be these bigger warehouses so we can put a much larger amount in each one, which is really the problem. Right, with the way this whole setup is set up, is that since we don't have enough resources to do all this work with the big warehouses, we're kind of making do with these smaller storehouses, which are awesome. It's great to have them, but only having 3 access points per side makes some awkward input outputs. So anyway, we have 3 grinders currently going into 4 sorters, which are not running at their full potential. Like, we're not quite like staying going at all times, and that is primarily we don't have enough grinding going on. So we can actually probably steal this one too, because we're not grinding any of this right now. Will it fit? No. Doesn't look like it, does it? Or it will if I move the power for that, huh? We can do that. We can make that work. We really need to be working on inserters here. Go. Kick that up another notch. Power. Always with the power. Doesn't. I love how nothing seems to touch. They said everything about this feels slightly off to me. I said I don't like this setup at all, and like that was my big plan. I'm like, I'll show you guys a nice, awesome way to get this going to start with, and I just have this giant mess. I'm like, no. Okay. The part of the reason we didn't go so deep is because this line really can't support 4, but I don't know, we'll do the best we can. We may have to have another input here somewhere. Alright, some of the other things that we've done is we moved this smelting area down a little bit, which is part of our problem. We should really be using this area over here for our crushing. We'll get a couple of robots going or something, and we'll make that happen. So right now we actually looks like we have a backed up line. We are a little bit more than I kind of thought we were, so we will go ahead and turn this on here. I think this is also iron. Yeah, it is. Good, good, good. So we're actually jittering a little bit of extra iron, so what we'll just do is we'll throw it in a box for me because I'm greedy. Okay. Wow, I can't believe we're actually backed up on stuff. Let's take this extra iron and turn it into bullets because we're going to need it soon. So we continue to try to use our strategy of loaders, keeping the machines busy as much as possible. So like here we're taking this extra massive piles of stone that we happen to have, and or crushed stone, and turning it into the stone. I had this coming through outputs, but I don't know. Maybe I just need fast inserters. We need to get a lot of stuff going on the line, but I wanted to wait until I was recording again to kind of get some stuff caught up. I'll do that for now. But something I was really excited for is we're taking and we're starting to get rid of some of this slag now, right? So the slag is coming into these systems, and we can expand this using the same pattern. We're basically, oh wow, we're full on the liquid slag is what's going on. And the mineral sludge is basically full as well. Jeez, I was not expecting that. Was not expecting that at all. So basically, for those of you who don't know, what happens is these liquefiers use sulfuric acid and the slag to make slag slurry. And then we gather up said slag slurry and put it out into these filtration units. Oh wow, and you're full too. And then the filtration units take a coal filter, which is basically a filter frame that is steel and iron, and it takes 5 of those in a coal to make a coal filter, and then it takes some pure water and the slag slurry and basically makes an empty filter, and these two liquids, a sulfuric acid liquid and a, oh, I don't even know what you want to call that, another liquid. What do we want to be working on here? I think we need to continue working on the stuff for science. Let's just keep doing inserter stuff for right now. It's safe. It's safe. We always need more inserter stuff. So anyway, sulfuric acid and mineral sludge. Mineral sludge comes into these things called crystallizers. And the crystallizers will take and make, basically every 8 seconds, it'll turn that into a percentage of a mineral, right? So basically it's a way to start turning that slag back into various minerals. It's actually a relatively useful thing, and I want to probably work on some more of it. But in my spare time, I'm going to make more of these basic electronic boards because we don't have very many. Alright, so let me just slap these down here. So like for example, we can take any of these recipes. If we were short on quartz and nickel, tin and lead, or if we were working on the uranium power in this mod, which I have yet to figure out, we could do that. So right now, we're gonna go up here and deal with this wave of crap because we were busy talking and not dealing with the waves of crap. Oh, look how bad. Nope, wrong button. Oh jeez, what did we do? Oh, more's the bad men. Are there more bad men? Okay. What a disaster. That was terrible for us, but setbacks happen. Alright, what do we have? We lost 4. And then all these power poles. We just need to get some of these bugs taken care of, this bug menace. Alright, we also should probably start working on repair packs. Grab some bullets, we'll grab some more guns. I put together just wherever we can kind of make things fit. Some basics here. Grab those bullets. Run back up to the top. They said we've been dealing with like waves of attacks. Some up here, some are just in various places. It's getting old, I tell you what. So we'll definitely need to go deal with that soon. Just a couple more things though we kind of want to talk about before we get into actual gameplay here. Let's see, I don't know if we had this water purification stuff set up last time. Again, this will probably end up having to grow at some point, but right now we have this facility making pure water. We have a little bit of purified water reservoir here. That's getting pumped up here, down there, various places. And having an area that will purify the water is actually pretty important. Also, I think it's important to have a place to purify the sulfuric wastewater because you're going to need more sulfuric acid sooner than later. You're gonna run out of space pretty quickly, or you're gonna run out of it pretty quickly. So I want to get that going. But again, let's just demonstrate how this works. Boom. So there we go. Mineral slurry in. It's going to make a percentage of this. And there it goes. So every little bit helps when it comes to keeping this stuff up and running. Oh boy, we're starting to get full up on certain things. So because this doesn't have its own reservoirs, which we probably need to do at some point. Oh, what got blew up now? More guns? Wow. These bugs are really making a play up here. Let's just take half of this stack. I thought these guys would fix things if they were repair packs were in my backpack. I guess not. So anyway, we're kind of at this awkward stage where we need to deal with the bug menace, and I hate it. It's the worst part of the game. Basically, is dealing with the bugs. Let's see. This is a regular gun turret. So's this. Let's fix these. We're basically going to be working with sniper turrets. Those these guns will get left behind, but probably down here somewhere, just to help augment things. Alright, let's look at our map. I think we probably need to deal with this one first. We've been attacked there twice. Maybe down here. It's hard telling. We might need to add more science soon too. So we do have a little bit of a long reach researched. Not a crazy amount. So we can't go like way over here and do things. But we can get reasonable. Let's see. Let's get a couple more of these repair packs going. So we like making sure that we have. Oh. Anyway, sorry. We like making sure that we have plenty of guns, because even if a gun only fires once or twice, then we're gonna basically get through whatever. That we're early enough in that it's pretty simple to get things crushed. I'm not going to bother picking up these, what I call guts, because they just don't matter yet. And this is a bad base over here. Do you have a damaged sniper turret? Alright. So, anyway, these things will basically get kind of taken care of. We'll take a second while they're shooting everything to make sure everybody's healed up. And we just kind of... That'll clean all that up real quick. So once you kind of get a few of the sniper turrets or even regular turrets going, it becomes pretty easy to deal with your early perimeter. And you can expand pretty far. What you'll probably see me do at some point is I'll build a wall between water sources, and it'll be this massive wall. Like there's no way I could guard that entire perimeter. But with a car, you can kind of like jet over, use the wall as like a warning guide, and kind of figure out where the attacks are coming from. And then just kind of guard those areas where the attacks are coming from. For now, this is working nicely. We could double up our science real easily. At the end of the day, I don't know if I really want to get carried away with science right now. Be a little slower, take a little bit more time, but I don't know. I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence how to do a lot of stuff with this particular playthrough. Did we already do the walls? We did. I want to continue working on stuff for science, which means we need to be getting oil figured out pretty soon. Probably wouldn't hurt to make a car. More inserters. Yeah, it never hurts to have more inserter science figured out. Alright, we'll use that. And whenever possible, heal things up, because things that are damaged stack to different amounts. So it takes up more room in your inventory to have something that's damaged. Alright. We do have these three. We'll probably take out those as well real fast. And this one over here for sure. See, running around. Can we build a car in our back pocket now? I don't think so, because I think we need engines to be made. Oh, it looks like we can build engines in our pocket. So we should be able to build everything we need for a car in our pocket. Oh, I'll have to... That's here, right? Yeah, okay. Excellent. Also, if you get, the better you get at, like working with the car, murder one by hand. You can do some pretty interesting stuff with the car and driving, like driving in circles and kiting things around, to use some MMO terminology. Basically keeping ahead of the majority of the trash. And we currently don't have any armor on because I was hoping to skip needing armor, but at least for a little while. What else do we need for batteries? Obviously we need these for battery 2. I don't know why this is still on the list. Trains. I do want to start working on moving out of do we need silicone? We need silicone for advanced electronics. All I know is the science is different from now than the base game that I'm used to, so we also should be working on collecting oil. But we got a little bit of time, I think. Excuse me. I don't know. Like I said, I'm taking my sweet time. This will probably take much longer than is necessary to get things done. Steal that out of there. Whoa. Yeah, a lot more of this in there than I was kind of expecting, to be fair. There you go. Try to even that out. This is one of those places where it probably wouldn't hurt to start switching over to a... What do we need? We need a bunch of bricks. We have a bunch of bricks somewhere. To the warehouse design. I feel like we do have some bricks. Pick up that whole chest. This chest will eventually just shoot. Once we move that to a wooden chest. Alright. Well, you can go in there for now too. All right. A little bit of wood. There we go. All right. I'll work on that while we take care of the other problem. Oh yeah, never mind. We can't make that in our backpack, right? This should basically keep us, for the most part, safe. This is going to be the toughest one. So we can't quite get in there to make a nice, neat pattern. We're going to have to just be sloppy. Alright, so the other thing is, I believe the bugs, the nest has to spawn a scout. And then the scout runs over a certain distance and then will spawn a new base. So a wall will stop that scout from coming in. But, I don't know. Like I said, I don't necessarily want to start working on more of that kind of stuff. I do, however, need to get more of these down and start making some stone. But I don't know. Let's not get too distracted here. Let's start getting some of this stuff taken care of real fast. All right. So, warehouse. I thought warehouses were... Can we not... Oh, maybe not. Maybe warehouses are too big to go right there. Alright. Pick up all this stuff. Warehouse. Boom. Okay. Again, aren't you glad I pre-planned all this? I know I am. I still don't know why it doesn't want to like acknowledge the fact that I have that. Let's just go like that for now. Alright. 2 iron in. And then we'll have an iron out. Come on, iron. There we go. Iron out. Boom. And then we'll set up a little bit of red cable. We'll make sure that iron is greater than, say, 400. So that'll always leave me a little bit of iron reserve. Eventually we'll make that bigger and bigger and bigger. But, you know, it's going to take a minute. And then we'll have this guy get switched over to steel, which will essentially become the exact same thing. But it's going to take a little bit. For some reason I thought these were... Like, I know they're 6x6s. I don't know why I was thinking I can make them 4x4s. But basically what we want to do down the road is put every one of these get swapped over to a warehouse at the beginning, right? So because all of this is essentially temporary, this is the beginning of the actual factory here. eventually we will scoot, when we pick all this up and move it, because we don't need this here, we'll get all that fixed. But it's going to take a minute. We could probably start working on it here, which probably would not be a bad use of my time. But I think I want to automate warehouse construction somewhere down here, which also would not be a bad use of time. So, first things first, do we have any more nanobites? No, those are scrapper bots. Alright, we don't have any more. Let's build a couple. We can't because we don't have any iron. So we gave all of our iron away. Make a couple of these. So termite bots kill trees. It can also kill belts and stuff if you're not careful, and wooden poles. So you do want to kind of keep an eye out. Okay. There we go. Perfect. All right. We've extended our perimeter slightly, and now we can start actually getting some things done again. Let's see. First things first. Let's slap down another, at least 2 of these. Oh, so good. Remember, these again are using those nano construction bots. Oh, we're out of mats. Let's go take care of that. What else were we actually out of? Looks like we're out of splitters, which are, we got all those mats sitting right here. Yeah, we need to start getting things like made properly. Oh, we should get these stuff out of our backpack too, but it's fine. Slow goes. Slow goes. We definitely have to get advanced electronics going. Okay, we need at least 1 more of these. But we could probably get away with the half ones. Oh, we're actually out of furnaces too. Alright, we need 2 more furnaces. Which can we build? We cannot build. Okay. Not a problem. So this is part of the reason I really like doing this setup, is because once you kind of get things in place, it's pretty easy to just basically tell it to give it its input and tell it to go. We're out of wooden poles. That seems like something that we should be making, where I don't have to click the button to make wooden poles anymore. Which are wood and copper cable. We have a bunch of copper cable, we just don't have a lot of wood on us. Okay. What else? How did we get these picked up? That's crazy. See, this one's not even working anymore. Mixed feelings on that. So right now we have 26 of the iron materials already in here going. I almost wonder if we should just set up a second one of these to process, but we're definitely keeping up. Basically, we have one machine working all the time and another one working about half the time, and then these guys sporadically. Oh well. Man, Samus, stay on track. Stay on track, buddy. We just need another few minutes, then we can take a little mental break. So we need bricks getting smelted, which means we need inserters. We also need wooden poles, so now we have 30 of, so let's grab some inserters. Things are being made nicely. We're going to need a couple more loaders, and we're probably ready to start like upgrading some of our belts. Tell you to stop at that point. And when that does happen, we're going to want to oh my goodness, so many words. Yeah, I think we'll do there. Sorry. Oh, I should grab some stone while I was up there. Alright, so this one will be our stone. Anyway, pretty soon we need to get our belts upgraded, is what I was trying to say. We need this out of the way probably now. So you need to be crushed stone. Okay. Same thing. I want to keep some reserved crushed stone. I'm just not sure how much. Probably like a greater than, let's say 600. That's just 3 slots. That's more than enough. Also, I need to point out here, you'll notice that this line is not just coal, because I'm just using the main fuel line. But this machine needs coal. So theoretically, if we got far enough in there, we would not be able to make, this is what we needed, purple science packs. Which is pretty intense. Pump jacks, electric furnaces, silicone nitride, lithium batteries, which means we finally got all the research done to get to there. Man, crazy. So what we have to have is a box over here that grabs the solid fuel from time to time and just pulls it out of the way, and then we'll just stick all that back up in here. We don't need to carry it around. Okay, let's see. Now that we've got 2 lines going for iron, we're smashing through our backlog up here pretty quickly. Which again, not the end of the world, but I would like to basically start working on a nice fat line of iron or steel. Normally what we would do is we would just grab like a line right here and put it down, but I don't want to do that. I want to make sure that I pull it off of the bus. So we could pull a line all the way back over here, which is probably the way to do it, to be honest. so let's make sure that you are iron. And we're going to put the same restriction on it as here. Nope, not there. Hey, thank you, YouTube. Appreciate that update right now. We're going to need a thing anyhow. So I guess we might as well run it parallel to this. I generally like having two lines for my fuel, but again, for now we're taking some weird liberties here. Alright, how much of this do we actually need at once? I guess the whole thing can go. Why not? And this line right here should be for a steel in. See, if I was thinking a little bit more, I would have just pushed the copper further down, probably. Would have been a better decision, but I don't know, we'll see. What a disaster. I cannot wait until I have the resources to kind of fix a bunch of this. And I realize this is just a temporary setup right here, but I don't know. It's still a mess. I need to get these this area needs to get pulled out so we can start. Right here is where I want to start putting these warehouse lines, basically. Okay. We have another warehouse ready to go. Oh, I did not get that input in here. There we go. Same deal, except I want to make sure that we have greater than 600 iron or steel. Again, that'll all get turned into those will get increased eventually. These will become passive providing chests when we start getting robots. Like, I really did want to, like, future-proof everything, but I just don't think that's going to happen. I think I'm going to have to, like, there's so much temporary stuff that I've kind of got in place right now because of poor planning. I'm not even going to lie. Just, didn't foresee a couple of problems that I should have saw. Alright, where do we want to put brick? I guess brick can start on this line. We'll start getting brick up on the bus. And with brick on the bus, we could start making warehouses on the bus, which probably wouldn't be a bad plan. But I think for now, we're just going to, again, because I'm a temporary monster, just going to tell you to make me warehouses, and I'm going to give you everything I got, and you need more iron. so now we just need wooden boxes. So you make wood, you make wooden boxes. So wooden boxes, wood. And we'll just limit this by us taking care of us feeding in the wood. Alright, so your wood goes to there, your wooden boxes go to there. There we go. And that'll crank out a couple of those. Like 2, I think, maybe. I didn't really look. I guess if we want to, we could go like that. I don't think we want to, though. I think I want to be able to control that pretty... Yeah, so that'll make a couple. Seems fine. We need some inserters, which means I think we're finally ready to actually get moving on to the next thing we really need to work on is expanding, moving some of this stuff over here and getting some of this stuff out of the way. Part of the reason why I was willing to like have this huge line of belts kind of sitting here is because I wanted to move the belts. Can you here do the gym processing? So this is the area I want to use for belts. So realistically, we're gonna need. I usually use this 3x3 grid that I kind of stole from Stijo. But I don't think that's the best solution now because there's just so many more belts. So normally you just need 9 because you only have 3 layers of belts, but now you actually have, oh, what is it? Like 5 layers of belts? And I mostly just work with the stage 2 level of belts. And then I jump straight to like the end level of belts. But you do still need to be able to make all of them. So I'm going to think about that for here in a little bit. We'll start working on belts. We also need to start working on getting the blue, these basic electronic boards made in mass, which should probably go like very, very next. So like probably here we'll start working on the blue ones, which means this might need to increase because I don't know if this will be able to keep up. And then from there I think we can actually start working on basically everything else. So just real fast before we end this particular stream, I'm going to take one of these warehouses that I had sitting over here, a couple of these. We're just going to slap it down. And I think we can start making these little warehouses, or assembly machines. These are for electronics, and they use less power, but they're really just for like circuits and stuff like that, which is great because that's exactly what we're going to need for the next section after the belt. Alright kids, I think with that I'm going to call this a stream here. Oh, we're out of blues again? Bollocks. Always out of blues. I need Sautor. Anyway, so we're going to get all this stuff set up. The next episode we will get the belts going, we'll get the blues going hopefully. And then we'll actually start seeing our factory start to like get going. In the near future, we will be expanding into crystal processing and We'll try to get the gym processing going. Like there's a ton of stuff to kind of worry about here very soon. Plus we should probably start getting some of the other materials in. Oh, so much to do. So much to do. And so much unwillingness to do it. But alright, hopefully you guys had a good time. We will see you soon. Twitch.tv/SamusGrobo if you'd like to catch us live. Twitch.tv/SamusGrobo. Sorry. YouTube.com/SamusGrobo if you'd like to check these past videos out later. Thanks for hanging. We will see you soon. Peace.